goodness, I see you there, and you see me, and you know who I am. I'm Sean M for money, Smith from Ongen. And this is Let's Talk Marketing. That's my dog, Savannah, and she's losing her mind. She's losing her mind. There's someone randomly existing outside, and she's just losing it. So hopefully she doesn't eat them, because that would be embarrassing for all of the neighbors to have that happen. Just an eating in our neighborhood, a dog just chowing down. But everyone, again, I'm Sean Smith from Ongen. It's great to have you guys here with me this week on Let's Talk Marketing. This week, we're going to break down something a little bit different. We started to do a little bit of it last week. I wanted to dig in a little bit more with breaking down a full proposal. But before we get too far ahead, I'd like to first remind you, if you would like to be included in this week's show, head to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Click the little button so you give authorization to StreamYard to use your beautiful, handsome, or lovely face in the comments that you put up so that I can post them on the show. That said, if you can hear me fine, please send up a 1 so that I know this microphone and this setup here, this interface, are plugging in correctly into the computer, coming to the ear holes of you guys out there in the internet. So give me a 1, wherever you are. Maybe tell me where you're coming from. I love when people do that when they do live feeds and they're like, tell me where you guys are calling in from. Oh. So I got both Ethan. I got YouTuber. I got Ethan. I got Josh Blackwell, right? It's Josh Blackwell. So I got you here. This is good. This feels good. This feels like progress. And everything seems to be synced up so far, which is nice. This week's show is going to be fun. I know that I have kind of teased around a little bit about building out a plan in front of you guys in the past. I want to be able to do that over the course of however long this episode rolls out. And I hope that you guys stick around, but I also want to be very, very clear. We are only going to get out of this what you put into it as well. So if there's a question, if you want to add input, and God only knows, I want you guys to put stuff into this too. This is a piece that we're building together. Consider me the expert if you want. But I want your thoughts on this too, because we're not just going to be building this for me. This is going to be something that I'm allowing you guys to take and use for you if you like stuff out there. And I think that's pretty rad. So let me know what you think. So why don't we err on the side of early caution, seeing as we got some people here. We'll wait another minute, and I'll show you my mug. You know, it's hilarious. So for every single person that sees this mug online, I'm the guy responsible for you all having seen it on Facebook. I was the dweeb that was selling it at the beginning of the pandemic for all that money, and couldn't escape it. So I apologize. But it took me, of all the people to get it, I ordered mine a year ago. So March 15th was when I founded the company by which I sold these. I found it March 15th. I ordered it on the 17th, and I didn't get it until May. So for anyone upset that they didn't get their mug, if they're watching this, I barely got mine. And it's just water. It's a water. It's a water. Anyway, yes, I agree. All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to pull up the deck. The first page is very, very yellow, so I'm going to make sure that I keep it a little bit smaller. So we're up to episode 9 all together. I love that you guys are here every week. You don't realize how much it means to me to have someone to talk to about marketing outside of my cousin who's looking for cool advice and tips on his band's name, which, by the way, they're looking for like a really cool progressive 80s synth heavy drums band name. So if you guys think of something cool, like it's transcendent, like Styx or Van Halen-y type names, like names that really make you think, like I know what they sound like, drop it in the chat. If you don't have any, I'll just let you know that Pig Whistle is already taken because that's a person's name, and also Backgammon's a board game, so I can't use that. But anyway, we're gonna move into Let's Talk Marketing 9, because we're gonna talk a little bit about. Oh, that was crazy. Let's Talk Marketing. We're going to set up what we're doing, and then we're going to do it together. All right. So let's build a plan. So I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see it, because I did write some notes here. Switch it up. So the name of this movie that we're building a plan for is Locked. This piece of artwork and this fake film I grabbed off Canva. I literally just looked up fake movie and this came up. And there were several that were either involving aliens or other things, but I wanted a horror film that seemed pretty nondescript that I could name what it was about. I'd come up with the log line, even though it's a little bit longer than it normally would be, but I wanted to give us all kind of a background for what it was going to be. And what this admittedly fake 2021 indie horror film is getting a pre-Halloween release to avoid a holiday logjam. So they don't want to be up against everyone right at Halloween. They don't want to be up against Halloween 2021. They don't want to be up against, I don't know, Happy Death Day again. But they don't want to compete with those films. What they really want to do is they want to make sure that they're competing with like kids' movies. That's who they want to be in the theater against because they want parents and couples to want to check out just that. So that's where they're at. Hope that makes sense. So the goal of their campaign is simple. They want to create awareness with unique stunts and solid fundamentals. Now, the stunt, we're going to decide on the fly. I want to be very, very clear. I threw this together very loosely. I have not put anything together already. 2 pages later, you're going to see I've done no work so far. I grabbed this thing. I wrote up some notes because it was kind of like the synopsis of what they wanted to do. I did a little brief, if it were. This were a short. This isn't even a brief. This does not qualify as a brief. If I was at an agency and I put this together, they'd be mad at me because there's more to it because I didn't define the avatar. Yes, it looks exactly like the poster from Left to Right One In, and that movie is brilliant. That is a perfect film. Oh man, one of my favorite jump scares ever happened because the train ran right under the railroad. Subway ran right under the movie theater I was seeing it in, and right at the scene where he's in the pool and the head flies into the pool. The body, yeah, like train came. So yeah, no, heck no, H2O. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build this together. Everyone here, we're all cool for this. We're all back together. All right, we're building this plan. I'm gonna go back over. There's gotta be an easier way to control both windows. I gotta figure this out. We're working on this together. It's episode 9. 20 from now, maybe I'll know. Anyway, so here's what the story is about because of my love for vampires, and I love that you brought Let the Right One In. The movie is about a 400-year-old vampire that has been captured for centuries in a lead tomb. I don't know why lead. I don't know. I like lead. It's one of those newer spins on vampires. I wanted to put it there. Maybe it's a concession for the producers, so that's something that we need to think about. Maybe the producers like the idea of a lead, and the writer was like, fine, I'll do it. A group of scientists, yeah, I spelled that right, hears this tale from a local while out on an excursion and takes a detour that they will never forget. And here's this real, look at this haunted, I don't remember what the name of this tomb was. This is, it bothers me. It's in England too. But anyway, this is super spooky looking. This looks like just the type of place where something spooky would happen. And like you could go and like, cool, I caved in this door and I went in and what did I do? Like, okay, cool. So this is where we're gonna go. So here's a starting point. Here's our inspiration. Now, why did I put this up? So when we design our assets, I want to be very clear. Aesthetically speaking, I want to feel that it's very much like the Blair Witch stuff that we put up last week. I want stuff that's going to be tied to the reality of the project. So filmmakers that they're talking about, I want to talk about the process, the missing people. So that's it. I want to talk about that. Boom. Good. Let's do this. Jamboard. So I take this down for a second, come back to my handsome face. Hey, which by the way, mustache looking good today. I don't know if it's your thing, but it's mine, and I'm digging it today. We got a Jamboard time. Jamboard, out of your mind. All right, I'm gonna go to Jamboard here. So this is where we're at. Hope you guys can see that. Give me a 1 if you can see that. Fine. If it needs to be bigger, I just want to know. Just want to make sure that you guys can see that. So give me that 1 so that I know that's not too small for you. Like if you're on your phone, on a tablet, because otherwise I'll blow it up bigger. I'll take me out of this thing. So Josh says he's fine. Ethan, who are my Facebookers right now? I would love to know who my Facebookers are right now. I'm gonna look. Not Facebook. I'm gonna look at my Facebookers. Hang on one sec. Okay. So let me just jump in. I can't see who's online. All right, cool. I'm back. I had to. Okay, you can make that mostly. All right, so here's what I'll do. I'll go full screen for a bit. So right now, this way you guys can see. I'm gonna blow up each individual element when I'm on it. But these are what I've termed the 9 individual pieces that we need to build some element of in any capacity for what I'm going to say would be a successful campaign. Successful does not mean number one movie at the box office. It does not mean we're going to sell 50,000 Blu-rays, because this stuff can also be translated to a Blu-ray release. Bear in mind, this isn't just theater. This could be pre-release. This could be release. This could be release of Blu-ray DVD. So you need to take into consideration those various factors, because these campaigns, you need to do all of them. So I had said viral stunts and awareness. So right off the bat, let's hit viral stunts. We're going to go over here to this guy. We'll talk a little bit about viral stunts. So what I want to do is pick a viral stunt that I think. Pick a viral stunt that's going to make a lot of sense for us. I have the other window open, and right now I can hear myself. It's driving me nuts. So everyone goes to Josh. Oh, Zach Blackwell. There's a Josh Blackwell too. Oh, Zach, I'm so sorry. You know what? It's not that I forget. It's that you have. It says your film company. I just assumed. I'm sorry. Hey, may I call up my friend? Thank you for being here. Either way, I don't hold it against you. I hope you don't hold it against me. So hang on one second. I gotta pop this door open. Wi-Fi issue. All right. Now pull back in close. Gotta spin that thing. All right. So here we go. Right now we're going viral stunts, and let's say we want to do something big. Let's say we want to. Let's say this is located in New Orleans. New Orleans. Themed. Well, this become Interview with the Vampire. Themed vampire haunt. And you do a haunt somewhere, right? You do a themed haunt, right? And what do you do if you don't have the budget for that? Okay, so let's talk about that in a second. So what do we do, Sean, if we don't have that budget? Well, here's what we do. We go and we do virtual how do I put this? Virtual site. I want to say something. See, because you can do VR, but I don't think it works. AR works better. AR styled. AR style capture the. So you do. I'm gonna call it capture the flag in various cities. Now, here's the thing. What I'm talking about here is like, now this isn't a great idea. This is an idea that you would find a way to flesh out and find another one author. But what I'm talking about is like you'd have a treasure hunt. Capture the flag. Treasure hunt is better. Let's do treasure hunt. That's what I mean. But at the very end, you'd lead them to the vampire. You know what I mean? But you'd hire who you would do this. I think you could do this with. Oh, actually, you know what? I can just go back, because this one actually could be with. I think we may have just walked ourselves right into a good corner. These two can sit together. These two can get together. So you take a bunch of influencers and you give them a bunch of phones, you give them a bunch of stuff so that they can record their experience, and you take them through an AR style treasure hunt where they're walking Pokemon Go style with phones, and they're taking photos of like, oh, look at this, there's this great thing of like Nicholas the Great. I don't know, that could be a person, who cares? Or like, oh, here's Piedmont the Frank, and I'm making names up at this point. And then there's like, oh, Katerina the Divine, and then you get to whatever the name of the vampire is, and like you're at his tomb, and like there's things you're getting from each person, but they're building the mythology of this universe that we live in. That you could be, oh, there we go, you could be an archaeologist. You be the archaeologist. All right. Guys, do you like that idea? Let me know. Love it, hate it. One for give me numbers. Let me know if you like that. If you hate that, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this idea. Because I'm just making it up. And I like feedback on stuff. Just kind of, I'll make that red. No, that's a really terrible color for this Jamboard. Pink, blue. Yeah, I'll make it blue. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Let me know what you think. I want your feedback. There's a whole bunch of you here right now, so I kind of hope you're digging it. I mean, I just kind of incidentally got to a point where I had something to do with an influencer. I mean, there's other influencer stuff we could do as well too. While you guys are thinking about saying something, we could also do sponsored. Oh no, I like, oh no. We'll do white. Wait. Could do sponsored scares with influencers, wherein you'll have them like get scared from behind or do like scenes, and like I know that like with some of the larger influencers and stuff, especially the females getting more popular, like you could do some scare stuff, just kind of get in front of them and like, here, listen, girls, no offense to dudes, but women bring their men, dudes bring their bros, and and the girls, no offense. It's just like, it's just the nature of the way we watch film. And something like this, vampires are romanticized, vampires are sexy, that's why True Blood works, that's why Vampire Diaries existed. Like, it's this Twilight, it's the sexiness of vampires. And doing an AR style hunt is cute, sexy, fun. There's something to get, there's something to win, there's a prize at the end, there's something there. And then the scares of influencers, you could do something where you're working with these female influencers or male influencers and just trying to bring something different in there. Like maybe they go to a tanning bed and like the guy doesn't get in because she's a vampire, and he opens it up like it's a coffin, or who knows what he does, but there's something different. Zach, yeah, thanks, man. I do appreciate that. So we're liking it so far. We're doing all right. So this is where we're at. So right now we got some viral stunts, we got some influencer stuff. Right now we're kind of raising the bar. We're real low right now. Early days on where we are with this plan. Anyone else have an idea right now? We're looking across the board. Anyone want to throw anything out that you can think of? We'll move on to that topic because I have no problem being wherever we want. Again, we're a team today. And that probably was really loud because this microphone's gain is up like super high. So I'm so sorry. so sorry. Because they're the new microphones that we got from our benefactor for the podcast. That's super cool. If you guys don't know, we have my son and my 7-year-old son and I have a podcast we do every Tuesday. Comes out every day, every week. So, all right. So while you guys type away, so we did these two so far. Let us go to email. So what I would like to do, now that we're talking on this whole thing, I just came up with this archaeologist thing out of nowhere. So why don't we lean into that? Why don't we lean into this, and we'll use let's say it's your company, you have like 5,000 people mailing list, or 500 or 300 or 100 or 0, but we'll go with 100. You have 100 people email list. You're going to start the digging in diaries, and you're going to use your artists or your talent to create weekly emails featuring kind of like what we talked about over here with the filmmakers portion, right? There's this filmmaker portion. You want to add a sense of realism to the entire thing. You want to be like, hey, let's root it in reality. Well, you're gonna root it in reality. Digging in diaries, whatever we're calling it right now. How more real can something get than to let's ground these characters? Let's make them people. Let's Katie. We'll call her Katie. Call her Katie. Let's call her Katie Fairbanks. Is that like Alaska? And I think that that's necessary to go. Katie Fairbanks, weekly email from the dig site. All right. I know that's 2 words. Separate right there. And this will kind of walk through what's going on with the with their status and how they're doing stuff. All right, here we go. And because we are sharing together, uh, Ethan wrote video of a cat chasing a rat down there. Jump scare, vamp grabbing the rest and eating. Oh, damn. That's gross. Actually, yes. I also would have established what kind of vampire we have. Like, what kind of predator are they? Like, are they apex and they only human, or will they grovel at lower level beings? Like, are they just bloodthirsty, or will they just eat for sustenance? Like, who knows? So maybe this is something we put in. Because they're just locked. He's in this tomb, like he's probably desperate for blood. And he's sustained himself enough that he's alive. That when they open the coffin, is this a moment like someone pricks himself on his coffin, or whatever he's sealed in, and like they bleed and they bring him to life? Is it one of those reanimation moments, or or is he alive and he's in there in the corner like Nosferatu? He's like Vrolok, or Count Orlok, and like, and then he kind of comes out. Like, what exactly is he, or she? I don't like resurrecting female vampires, just because I think the sex appeal is not. It's different. I don't want this to be that. Because unfortunately it would be, because of course you go after a dude and then the whole, oh, I don't want to be that. I want to be angry and aggressive, like Vampire Circus, where they go after children. See, that was a screwed up vampire movie. Give me a 5 if you saw Vampire Circus before. If you haven't seen Vampire Circus, which is a Hammer film, that is one worth checking out, my friends. I love that film. Anyway, so we're digging in with our girl Katie Fairbanks, weekly email from the dig site. And what we're going to do from here is we are going to, what else? Let's add something else to that. Email, we'll use that same list, but we'll change out the topic. I'm going to make a crazy statement. One of the best things politically that the Republican National Convention and Committee do is the number of emails that they send. Based on my job, I have to subscribe to a lot of email lists, regardless of political party or affiliation. So I've got like 4 different political parties that I have to subscribe to. And one they do really well is like they'll send to the same list like 4 times in one day, but you don't notice it because they'll change out the header, like the name of the company. So it's not just a subject line. It'll be like one time like Sean Smith, and then it'll be like RNC Extra, and then it'll be like VIP Republican or whatever. Like, it's really brilliant. And it stays consistent because they're constantly churning their email list, as it were. So this is something that they could get away to in a week if you wanted. Like, you could do digging in diaries with Katie Fairbanks, and then what do we want to do next? Well, what's the next thing? We could do like personalized from your desk. This one could be film centric, reality. This could be film centric, so that people wouldn't know that it was you were just changing things around a little bit, but it would be really from your desk. So that they would think like, hey, let's say Ethan in this instance, you were writing a thing to them, like, hey man, things are going great. We're working on Locked. Things are going really well. I'm really stoked with the production quality. Check out this cool makeup effect, and then like you show like fangs or something. Or you could show like, here's the rat that we're using in this cool catacomb scene, and there's a catacomb, and there's like whatever. Like, you share what's going to get you eyeballs, but doesn't give away too much, so they can put asses in seats. That's like a very pro wrestling thing to say, but asses in seats. Okay, we'll go back to digital PR. Watch this, by the way. Watch the little laser pointer. I love it. Yeah, we'll go back to digital PR in a minute. Paid social will come to at the end. Social. Let's go here. All right, let's go, man. Mando. All right, so we'll go social. What Sean is known for. Yeah, it's gonna be all the same stuff. So anyway, so social media, all the same stuff, which is brilliant. I'm sure of it. I'm positive. So with social, what we want to do is we want to kind of tell a story that we're already putting together here. We're telling a story of this archaeologist, these archaeologists. We're telling the story of this. We haven't named right now. We have not named this vampire. The core antagonist of the movie, we don't even know his name. The story we're telling right now has nothing to do except for We're telling a story of the people that end up in peril, the people you're supposed to care about. That's who we're talking about. We're making it so the consumer is in the shoes of the people that matter the most to them, the people that they would be scared for, the people they would identify with. This is the part that matters. I want to really emphasize that. The part that matters right now is that we're putting people in the shoes of the people that they're going to give a shit about come time to put their money down 2 weeks before Halloween or a month before Halloween, when it's like, hey, can we go see the new Cruise movie or should we go see Locked? Well, they're going to see Locked, because realistically, we're doing something that's going to matter. It's going to make a difference. And when we do digital PR, we do paid social, we work with the website and do some SEO work as well. It's there. We're going to jump to video after this next one. So we got, let's do social, and then Zach will come back to yours. All right, because I see yours, Zach. I want to come back to it for sure. All right, we'll come back to it. For social, here's the thing. So we'll have official handles. We'll just use for film updates. Okay. Why is that? Why do you think we're doing that? Well, if you're paying attention, it's probably because I'm all in on the archaeologist. Going to create, we'll just say Katie. Katie profile. I created as an avatar across the web. I'm gonna go Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, I just holding the wrong button. Instagram. What else we got, guys? TikTok. I'm missing stuff right off the bat. Very easy ones because I'm throwing them out of order, etc. What we'll do with that is, and we will market the film as reality, and like, you remember Lonely Girl? Remember Lonely Girl? Will blur line of reality. No, I won't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't like that idea because it sounds kind of shitty. And market the film element of uh, fourth wall intact. So we're going to work this like it's real, but everyone's going to know that it's not. So, and we'll have a real person working the campaign. So, like how when you talk to, like when you talk to Direct TV, you ever talk to Direct TV when you have problems with your like satellite or something, and the people that respond back to you, they're characters. It's a person pretending to be that person. It's not Sean. It's like Steve G. No, it's because they don't want the people that work there to feel attacked personally. Mm. By the way they're handling their responses. So they're removing it. So now we got official handles. We'll just use them for film update. We're going to create Katie avatar across the web, and we'll market the film with the element of fourth wall intact. So, and then from there, we're going to tweet heavily, IG daily, Facebook 2 times a week. So what did I just establish? I established a cadence. What I just put together is what Katie does. She's big on Twitter. Why is she big on Twitter? Well, what I'm saying right now, where is this thing? She's big on her phone. So this is why it's going to make sense when it comes time for the next thing that we're doing, the very next section that we're talking about. Why, when it's time for that, this is involved. Remember, because I told you. So, actually, we're not, because I promised Zach would go to something. My next thing is we're going to. So that's where we're at. Tweet heavily. Tweet, Instagram, Facebook, in that order. We'll do that. Okay. Now we got here. I want to show you guys what Zach put up. Zach put up interactive email where the receiver of the email helps a character solve a mystery pertaining to the film. I like this. I like this a lot. All right, let me copy this. Actually, no, I'll just rewrite it because you guys know what it is. Interactive email. Reader helps the character solve mystery. Yeah. So actually, I want to step in. This would be super, super cool because this would give you an opportunity to cross that boundary that we're trying to keep. Like Katie's a person. We're gonna have stock in Katie, and we're gonna put more faith into her. This is like establishing your care and concern for Heather, in Blair Witch, or Josh, or Michael. Like now it's different. You're bending this a little bit. Obviously, I'm sure other films have tried to do this or have done it before, but like this takes a lot of effort. This takes a lot of money. But you need to lean in. If you can lean in with a group of people, or you find the budget, and you find the time, because it's possible. Just lean the hell in. Lean in. That's all I'm saying. Just lean in. We're going back over. Take that off the screen. So, and that'd be the cool thing, is like maybe part of unlocking the tomb is what you do. Maybe that. Oh yeah, how about that? Yeah, if you want to double, I like that. I like that so much. Maybe if you want to like double down on this whole digital marketing thing, you just want to say like, Sean, you're right. We should be listening. Thank you for letting us come to your show every week. And I say, no, thank you for coming every week, people. I literally say, maybe you double down. All right. And you say, yo, maybe you guys with the email unlock the tomb, takes you to a site, you unlock it. It's an interactive experience like Angels and Demons website was when that film came out. Or what else? Someone else had a really good interactive one too, because I remember when Angels and Demons came out, it was such a big deal because the book had been so good with their website too, with Da Vinci Code. um I can't think of it. That stinks. That's what I don't like about getting old. You getting, all this white here, all this gets a little bit there too. Oh well, I'll get off the screen. All right, so we're back in. We're gonna go to video. So how are we doing video? Well, that's crazy, but oh, I just want to do it again. Look at this. How are we doing video? Well, we're gonna do video with camera phone. All cell phone, all cell vids. So, uh, quest that Katie is on with team through email and social journey. Build this while shooting the film. And here's the thing. I think you guys all, I'm going to come back again, look at you. I'm going to look at you again. I think you guys know this, that like the best part about this is when you have a killer cast that just gets along and there's great chemistry and you have good chemistry. Like if you're paying them, there's money you can give them to do this. If you're not paying them and they think that this is a kick-ass idea, they'd still probably do this anyway because it's fun and it's something they'd be doing on set. But if you built out a huge plan, like this one we're building now, it might make sense. So you guys still with me? Give me a one if you're still with me, just so I know you're here. Can't read all my numbers because my screen gets weird and I like to know people are with me. And I'm vain and I need the recognition that people love me. I'm kidding. My mom tells me she loves me enough. And my wife. And my son. What am I talking about? Everyone loves me. All right, where are we going? Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Vince, hey buddy, what's going on, my man? Thanks for showing up this week. All right, so we got some video there. Now that is this is going to be this side here is going to be the side of the film promotion side, but we also do need to cross off something very important: trailers. Our trailers, I've always felt for horror, the best is short, 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 short. 30 second, 1 minute. And I literally have always thought that that was the most you should do, because when you start getting longer than that, you end up giving too much away. And when you give too much away, then no one comes to see your movie, or they think that they've seen everything, so they don't bother going, because trailers have, for the last 20 something years, give everything away. So let me go back to the thing down here. I just put in down here trailers 30-second and 1 minute. So what do we want to convey in the trailer? Anyone got thoughts? What do we want to convey in the trailer? What kind of thing do we want to get across? Because we're to this point right now, we've been online only. We're not trying to talk up anything about the vampire. So do we talk up the myth of this vampire, or do we keep it under wraps? Because we want to allow the people that are playing online and getting ownership. Because I'm thinking, you know what the hell? Screw this. We're trying to get ownership for people. I want maybe like 500,000, 1 million, 2 million people that are going to see our low budget little film. I want them to feel like they've done some shit. I want them to feel invested. So let's get them in. The trailer we put up for them. Ready for this? Nope, not the right one. I'm going to sell this plan. I'm going to sell this like I sold Carfax on my crazy plan. This is just about them. Just focus on social. I want literally this plan to only focus on social. So I'm going to take this little marker and point here. So basically, I'm going to take every single bit of our energy that we're expending in videos and push them right back. Hold on, it's this way. I'm going to push them right back over onto our social plan, like build through social. Let's deep down, double down on digital, double down on digital, double down on digital. It cannot hurt us because right now, especially if we're saying it's this fall, everyone's in their house. It'll be like one of the first things to happen when we come out. We can still wear masks to be safe, but we can come out of the house a little bit. Like even if it's video on demand, like people are at home. We have captured audiences. Like we're stuck. So we're still kind of in a situation where we need to work together. These last two at the bottom down here, we're going to target together at the end. So paid social will come off that. We're going to do some digital PR. Nope, wrong one. So digital PR up here. Up here, what we're going to do is digital PR. We're going to do outreach to second tier horror sites. So if you guys haven't had the conversation with me in the past, or we haven't gotten on a call, you should. At the very end, I give you my info if you can and want to book a call to see if maybe there's an opportunity to work together, or you want to pick my brain about something. Feel free. 45-minute session, but I'm totally cool and would love to speak to you. But I have a thing that I call a slingshot, and what you do with the slingshot is pretty simple. I'm gonna blow myself back up because this is my fun thing to talk about, and I'm gonna do it. So the slingshot works like this. All right. You are a tiny little site, and I need to get to this really big site, but they don't know who I am. So in order for me to get there, I'm going to get a feature or podcast interview or something here that I can use to bundle in a future press release to get pulled back and add more stuff. So I'm a film, you're a site, you're a podcast, all these things. I line up 4 or 5 mid-tier sorts of things, pull it back, and then use it to pitch the big thing. Because you're not going to get the Variety or Hollywood Reporter. Those aren't the sort of things that we're looking for. What we're looking for is like Bloody Disgusting in this instance, or Horror Hound, or Fangoria. Unless you know someone, which luckily I do, you're not going to get the coverage there that you'd like to get. You're not going to get heard. But it doesn't hurt to build a coverage book down below at the lower level, because that's the type of place you're going to get some stuff together, right? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. But you put all that together and then you go to the front person, and hopefully they've picked up on you because of fear of missing out, the FOMO effect. Or maybe you're getting to them and they care because they're like, holy cow, I should have been paying attention. I haven't been. And then you can be like, hey, listen, we'd like to offer you an opportunity to sit down with our director. Like once a blue moon, you'll do stuff like that. It's worked. I did it with Monty Python. I packaged it, the digital release of Monty Python going to digital. I just said that, digital release of digital. I said it 3 times when it was first done in the world, and I bundled that with Breaking Bad season 1 on DVD. I had some places that wouldn't pick it up. So I gave them some different exclusive things to do that. You just package what you have, because people may not know you, but you have to do something, and you have to be creative. And sending them 4 emails, put an RE in the subject line. RE, like we talked already. Like you didn't talk already. You didn't talk already. Like let it go. It just doesn't work. So there, I've said that. So you're going to reach out to second tier horror sites. I don't have any off the top of my head. I need to look at like a bunch of not a list. I need to look at my email to see who I'd normally talk to. Reach out to them, maybe get 3 or 4 sites to do something with you, and then take those and move forward. Get like a podcast interview, um, uh, an interview that's set, a text interview that you could get nice, juicy interview quotes from to put in a press release as well. Do like a trailer placement or a teaser trailer placement, and then get some sort of just general feature, maybe about behind the scenes or something. You package all that together, and then you go up to Fangoria and be like, "Listen, man, I think you're really missing out on this. I would love you to check this out. You know, we're getting some positive buzz, and we'd love to work with you. And always be gracious, and always be really kind about it, because you're not trying to do it just to be a big shot. You're trying to do it because you're like, shit, like I do think you're missing out. I'd love to work with you. You know, you're a big deal. Locked would like to work with you. So does that make sense now? Wait, it's over here. No, it's over there. I'm pointing the right way. It's that way, right there. Does that make sense? The second tier placement. So I'm just going to write slingshot, because at the very end of this, I'm going to give you all the link to this so that you have it for you. I want you guys to keep this when we're done. If everyone hears me say that, I want a Facebook like. Give me a Facebook like on the video itself right now, so that I know you guys understand that you're getting a copy of this to walk out of here. I'm not keeping this alone. All right, slingshot. I'll move that like that. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play. All right, so that's where we're at. Hmm. And if you have a good name for this guy, let me know. I've had him all these months. I don't have a name because I thought he was a Viking for the longest time, but then people told me Vikings didn't have goat horns for ears, for horns. Like, so I don't quite know. All right. So digital PR is shot. I told you how to do it. Email, visual stunts, influencer, uh, video, paid social, website, and SEO. So paid social. Here's what we're going to do. Website. Come on. Website will own URL. Will own domain. Will pick landing page. Okay. So instead of I know that a lot of people will be like, "Oh, but Sean, you could have done this." No, this is dumb. So you're going to own your name. You just own your own real estate. Like it's SeanMSmith.com. I own it, but I have landing pages for other stuff. Ongen.com, or weareongen.com, my company. You know, it's obviously I could do business at SeanMSmith.com, but because I hire other employees, I don't want to have them be reflected only as, oh, I work for SeanMSmith.com, because it's not, they work with me. You know, they don't work for Sean M. Smith. It's not a corporation. I think that's kind of asinine. But so what I'm saying here is we're going to own that name. We're going to own, let's say, locked, delocked, or locked, not down, but locked, you know, locked vampire or something, some name.com. We're going to pick a landing page, and we'll put, you know, whatever the name of the archaeology company is. Let's do that. To modernarchaeology.com. And what we're going to do with modern archaeology is we are going to, we're just going to have a standard website, maybe a 3-page. Again, very similar to what we have here, very similar to Blair Witch. I'm literally just going to lean all in, not on being Blair Witch, but on the idea is that it was really simple, and keep it simple, stupid. So we're going back over to locked. We're going to modern archaeology. Here's what we're going to do. All of the links at our landing page for the regular URL, right? The regular website itself is going to have all the information about the film, the director, the stars, release date. That's it. Well, obviously, SEO optimize all of that stuff for the film. That's clear cut. What we want to really focus all of our efforts on is modern archaeology, this landing page. We want to talk about Katie Fairbanks, have a sign up for the email marketing list. We want to have We want to have a sign up for the marketing list. We want to have all the valid buttons for social media to sign up. So what we're doing is we're creating a hub. Create a hub for the digital campaign. Okay. On one page. It's just a one pager. We're just going to create that one page hub for the overall campaign. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to treat this thing. We're going to listen. We're going all in on the fact that we're creating a character that's in a film that we're treating outside the film as a person that existed before. We're creating a piece of meta information about her, and here she is. I hope that makes sense because it makes sense to me. Oh, and in case you guys are actually wondering, yes, I do this every time I take on a client. Yes, I will spend a couple hours jamboarding all this stuff out that I want to do. And then I will write it down in a big piece of paper over what I want to do. I figure out costs associated, what can and can't be done realistically. I'll put it out in front of a client, let them know, like, hey, I'm interested in trying to do this, this, and this. What is your, what do you think you can contribute? As far as bandwidth, like, what do you have time to do? What do you think you can put together? And we'll see. So we did SEO, create a hub, because SEO is only this. I put it there as a placeholder, but we got to do it. But so what we're gonna do is optimize to vampire lore. Because you can't optimize to archaeology, and work to content market various vampire properties. So all the ones I mentioned before, like the True Bloods, the Twilights, the Vampire Diaries. Like, you want to find those people, but at the same time, you need like Blade, and you need like people that really want to have the shit scared out of them. I think that is the way I'm going to say it today. Um, so, all right, and then last we're going to do paid social. And text box. So paid social. So what are we going to do? You guys got any ideas? What do you want to do for paid social on this jam board? Oh, man, the cup of water is delicious. It's like I'm drinking out of the head of a skull with a man with gourd horns. Yummy. So, what I'm thinking is with paid social, I say this. This is me. We're talking marketing. Same page. Paid social. I say we do this. We campaign to promote landing page, but let's do what up? Yeah, I just want to be able to see it. Two versions. Start. So we'll do two versions to start. You can do multiple iterations and also A/B test. I want to make sure we A/B test. That's very, very clear. Like, very cheap. Start with dollar campaigns. Like, don't start blasting out $20, $50 a day, any crazy stuff like that, man. Like, just do like $1. Like, just do $1, please, goodness sake. Two versions. We'll do we'll do a real Easter eggy modern archaeology one until it gets picked up by someone. Till someone catches on. Oh, I don't know why I didn't space that. And then Katie's. Oh, give Katie a blog. Oh man, that's so smart. So smart. With Katie's blog. We'll just like continue to update regularly. We won't just all of a sudden throw like a ton of stuff off to start, because that's sloppy. Like, you're gonna really work this thing, because again, you want to do it right. You don't just want to do it to do it. Okay. All right. What is that? Oh, it's Grammarly. $1 a day to start. Huh. Huh. I think we did it. All right. Who's got something to add? Give me something. Give me something good. I think we're there. It's a good foundation. Let's add some things. I like to hear some good stuff. Whew. I think I think you're right. I I really wish this was a movie. I'm gonna give this to you guys, and I am proud of it. I'm gonna hit this button up here. Watch, I'm gonna go up top. Actually, I know a better way to do this. Vince, thank you, man. Oh, it's kind. That is a tremendously kind thing to say. Thank you. Thank you, because I really obviously I take chances to do stuff like this. Obviously it's something that people could think was me going out on a limb. So I appreciate that. Like listen, this is, as a digital marketer, this is what we have to think. Someone that's been on a team of one for a lot, or been running a team of 7 or 8. This is what you do when you set with your team. And this is just me working with you guys. I think we got a lot of smart brains here right now, and I think that this is the kind of thing that we come up with. When I pull it up again, like this is pretty genius. I think this is good. What I want is I need a place to put this. I gotta figure out how to. No. Hmm. Yeah, I see it. We'll do this. Hang on. You can see my personal email here if you want. All right. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna add it to the chat if you guys can see it. Um, oh, it's ugly. That's an ugly link. I'm gonna give you a better link. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to Bitly. Okay, I'm going to create. And this. Okay, and it's going to be in the comments. I just put the comment up for everyone. I think it should be out. Let me put it on the show so you guys can see it. Everyone should see this right now so you can see it. Zach, one of my closest friends, owned a create your own flash based game site that he had gotten investment funding on that helped create one of the biggest case studies that started my career. It was called Firebug. And you could make flash style games. And I used it to make Yin Yang Twins, a top rap single. I also made one as a Christmas song for Little John, and made one for Pitbull when I worked at TVT Records. And they used that case study to get a second round of funding. So it's pretty cool. But can everyone see the link right now? Everyone see the link on the screen? Please do me a solid. Please, 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 please. This is the biggest ask I have. Can you please say yes, that you can see the link and that you have it? Because it's really important to me that you guys get this. And if you can't see it, just reach out to me after this, because it's case sensitive. I did bit.ly dot, it's bit dash dot ly / capital JB locked. Okay, Zach can see it. Honestly, I just want you guys to have it, because I think we built something cool. I want you to have it. I want you to look at it. I want, like, just think about it. There's some interesting stuff here. It's worth talking about. It's just stuff that doesn't matter. There's some stuff that you're gonna like reflect on. Maybe, I don't know. I know that I am. I'm gonna keep it up on the screen for the rest of the show. I have a little bit more stuff to go through, because that is the nature of us. Because as always, we have. Well, I mean, it's time for. Oh man, I forgot to present the full screen. Words of the week. Oh, okay. Now, for you guys that don't know, Words of the Week is a show that happens, a segment of the show that happens every week, wherein my 7-year-old son goes into the randomwordgenerator.com, picks 3 random words that he thinks will be super hard for me to define as either a reference to my career, to marketing, or myself. So let me see what he's gotten this week. Oh, and also just so you know, he's really good at Jamboard too. He's the reason I even use it. So yeah, there we go. So see how this goes. The first ball up is joy. Oh man, I'm gonna use a good one. I get a lot of joy from coming on here every week and seeing you guys and having you hang out in the chat with me and just telling me that you think things like Vince. When you said that before, you that touched me, dude, because that means a lot. Because it's good to hear that stuff. I get joy. I get joy from you guys saying you've had a good time. If you've learned something, Zach not kicking my butt for being Josh. I don't know Josh. I just thought that was Zach's name. It's 4 letters. Oh man, I'm a ginger. I'm so lovable, but I'm so bad at things. Related. Sorry, I was just trying to think to myself, like, how do I really want to say related? Like, I I think that storytelling and marketing are related. And here's how. As you just saw a few moments ago, or a couple minutes, or for the last hour, um, everything that you do in marketing is to tell a story. We put together an overall narrative that we could see the fruits of our labor, that we were able to um, tell something out and put it out there for people to care about and to consume. And that is something that's very valuable and important. And it may not be um, seen the same way as you see someone that makes a book or writes a screenplay. Um, but it is, in fact, important to us and us here today. And I think that the two are related in that they need to be done hand in hand. Storytelling, marketing, smacking knuckles. It really hurts. My hand's pretty dry today. Probably shouldn't have done that one. That was bad. I don't like related. I like that they are related. I think that it was an easy comparison. I don't like the definition so much. I should try that one again someday. Oh yeah, this is why he picked it. I guarantee this is why Carter picked these 3 words, because they come up. You have the chance to like pick 3 at once, and I guarantee that he picked these 3 because helicopter was the 3rd word, and he was like, if I hit the button again, I'll lose helicopter. Um, Helicopter sounds like a new term that I should define, and I'm going to do it. It's a new marketing term. The helicopter is when I can't do it. I don't have one. It's a If you look at your marketing plan, the window of 6 weeks over the course of the plan, and your tent polling the launch and your end date of the actual of the campaign, you have to consider yourself a helicopter dropping in on each week. It's kind of a temperature check to see where you are, to see if you're following the overall narrative that you've established for where you should be for the campaign. And yeah, I don't like that one either. I think realistically, when it comes down to it, the reason that we do this as filmmakers and marketers is because we want to make a lot of money and we want to travel around in helicopters. And I think that is the only thing I should be saying, to be 100% honest. I want to be like really, really, really well to do in a helicopter. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that I should be rewarded for my honesty. I should be rewarded for my honesty. I like making myself laugh. And I know that this is from before. I'm going to pull the Billy back up. But yes, Zach, I know. But so this is an hour. This is the longest one we've ever done. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. What's the most important thing that comes up next? I have to tell you where you can find me. I'm gonna do it with a dancing taco. Where to find me? We're on Facebook right now, or you're on YouTube. But if you're on Facebook, Sean Michael Smith is the place to go. On Twitter, at Sean M. Smith. I've been there since nearly day one, and I still don't have over 2,100 followers. I don't know why that happened. On Instagram, I'm at S222. On Twitch, I'm also at S222, which I just started using the account again. So if you guys are like on or whatever, and you want to like follow me or something, I could like totally follow you back, and like we could watch each other play Call of Duty or like Fall Guys, which I play sometimes with my son. Whatever, it's all good. YouTube. Listen, I could use the love on YouTube. I am at Sean Smith 22 on YouTube. And the other thing that's the passion of mine that I love so much is I do my show every Tuesday morning with my son. It's called Potato Salad Marmalade. It is at anchor.fm/potato salad marmalade or at potatosaladmarmalade.com. More importantly, I mentioned this before. Listen, I want to talk to you guys. Some of you have projects you need help with. Some of you have questions. I want to sit down together. Let's put some time aside to talk. Go to oncehub.com/Sean M. Smith. See if there's a time that makes sense for you. Let's just sit. Let's just chat. I can give you the time you need. But in the meantime, that's been it. I had fun. I hope you did. But remember, we'll be back next week with even more fun to talk about. Why am I talking in that voice? Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. Peace out.